Leon Buster 50, Gozyuger's personal weapon. So this is one of the personal weapon, primary weapon releases for #1 Sentai Gozyuger. This is the Blue Rangers, obviously, Goju Leon. Yeah, there's a bit of a difference with how they're doing the mecha and personal weapons this year, because if you look, it's both, because this guy is a mecha, in this case a lion type mecha, but he's also a personal weapon. In this case, he's a Gatling gun, so this combines both. So this means that the mecha line and the weapon line are the same combined. So that's why there's more of these. So again, before we get into the actual product that came in the box, we're gonna have a look at the box itself. Hopefully this one should be giving me a bit less trouble because it's not as big as the Tegasword box. Anyway, on the front you can see Goju Leon and the Leon Buster 50 itself, as well as a Tegasword Blue in the background, which is the combination you can make between the Tegasword and the Leon Buster 50, and we'll get to that later on in the video. Bottom has all the usual gumph, as well as a side Pac-Man though. Weirdly enough, I do see something that accounts for the small rings and the big rings. According to this, the small wings are 15mm and the big ones are 21mm, unless I'm reading that wrong. But I think I know my meters from my millimeters. Yes, I do. On this side, we have Tegasword Blue, as well as the Tegasword Blue ring. There's some text here that says Tegasword Blue. There's some text on the Tegasword box that says Tegasword Red, even though it's obviously not the red Tegasword yet, because there's no Wolf Decaliber involved yet. But I think I had that conversation in the last TNS video, so not going to have it in this video. Wolf Decaliber, Goju Leon on this side, and on the back of the box of all the obligatory product shots and go reference aside. 1. Use the ring with the Tegasword to use new sounds. We'll get to that. And there's a spinning gimmick by itself. It's got a different. So all of the primary weapons from Gozyuger have got gimmicks, which it's a bit unusual for Sentai because there's normally lights and sounds, but I think these are a nice replacement because they don't feel cheap in my opinion. They still work quite well. It's not. I mean, I don't mind it. It works, okay? And then we have 3 combine Wolf. No, this is Leon Buster, not Wolf Decaliber. Combine Leon Buster 50 with Tegasword to form Tegasword Blue. And again, there was no instructions in this box. Don't know if this link here tells you about any instructions, but I don't know. Also, weirdly enough, for some reason, when I got this box out of the Amazon package, because I did indeed order this, as well as the other cool weapons from Amazon, the first store, apart from Wolf Decaliber. I ordered red, blue, green, and black personal weapons from Amazon, and when I got them out of the box, these boxes, the size of these reminds me of Lego set boxes, if you know what I'm talking about, like the medium-sized Lego sets that cost about, I want to say about £20, £25, I think. Those ones, kind of that same size box. So, right, so we're just going to bring these guys back into view. We're going to quickly take a look at the Tegasword Blue ring first, because this is the ring you get with this particular toy. Again, it's got loads of gold, loads of translucent blue. I do like the use of translucent blue. For comparison, we have the Tegasword ring from the Tegasword. Doesn't have quite as much translucency to it, but it does have a load of gold in its place. Of course, we have the pin code on the back. 2 pins at the top, 2 pins at the bottom. Do like that. And the ring can obviously be swapped out for the small one. And we have the larger one right here that you can swap out. So again, I like how that's a reoccurring thing. If you open the jaw of the lion like this, there is the robo face inside. It's all gold, and there's some. The eyes are not metallic. The eyes are kind of orangey red, but they're not metallic. So, but it's gold, so I still like it. Of course, we have the little hole on the bottom for the little Tegasword LED to shine through. And talking of the Tegasword, we have the Tegasword right here. We're going to get to the sounds this ring makes in the Tegasword, so we'll turn it on. If I can find the off switch. There it is. So I'm going to do the change sound first, and then I'll save the robo sound for later, because it's what the sound makes when you assemble a robot. So in it goes. So you have the Leon Buster 50 sound there, and I think the slashing noise is the same as the before. And the finisher. Leon Gatling Burst, again referring to the weapon noise. So we're going to turn this off just for now, because I'm going to combine these two with the sounds turned off, and I'm going to get to the noise this makes when in Robo Mode with the sounds turned on. Otherwise, we're forced to listen to the standby noise from the previous Tegasword video. So this aside, just for now, we'll be having a look at Leon Buster itself in a bit more detail. It's primarily blue, which honestly I was expecting some more paint applications, but I don't mind. There's some gold on the handle here, you can see that there. There's some molded feet. It's meant that the actual handle's got two little tiny feetsies on there, which yeah, it's a bit. It looks like it's kind of lunging forward if you're going to display it like this. Which, I mean, yeah, I get it's a lion, but it looks more. I don't know. It's kind of lunging, which. Ooh, it's all right for a lion, I guess, but they're normally not like that. They're normally in like this kind of position. They're not like look and lunging like that. But I suppose it's all right. It's all right. The line makes difference. Gold on the front. There's some translucent blue plastic. I think the legs. Is this an entire front part here translucent plastic? I think it might be. Oh, it is. It is completely translucent. And you have the head here again with the gold metallic eyes. And we get to the action feature, in which when you push in this trigger, the Gatling barrel for the lion's mane spins around. I like how they've made the Gatling barrel. That does seem a bit different. So you push a button and it spins around. Neat gimmick, I think. So very quickly, we're going to get this ready to combine with Tegasword very quickly. It doesn't take too long at all, unless there's some major faults that I have. Basically, you've got to take off this blue part here, because there's a clip right here which comes off just like that. So this is the left front leg of the lion and the entire main part. Then we have to move this bit down here. This moves the paw to the side, the lion foot to the side, but you can see here that it looks the same. There's the same kind of gold accents, so it kind of moves and it's there concealed just because. Anyway, so that's one part done, and the other part is done by, oh, this is what the lion looks like now. It's just got one one front leg. Odd. So what you need to do now is you need to take the handle here, and there's a release button right here, and you've got to hold that, and you've got to, I believe you've got to hold it like this, and then push the release button, so you've got the hole facing you, and then you've got to push it and spin it around to the left, so the hole is now facing to the right. So as you can tell, this will be the Tegasword arm, which to be honest reminds me a lot of stuff like Gauranger and Borkenja, in which they could swap out the primary Megazord arms, primary Robo arms. I keep defaulting to your Megazord and stuff. Ugh. So it does remind me of that, how you can swap out the primary Robo arms for new ones. So they're using that idea again. Nice. So now we're going to bring in our good friend Sword. Again, another MGO reference. How many MGO references have I made in this? I think it's normally about one per video, because, you know, a sad Pac-Man on the boxes. So bring these legs down, spin them all around, move up the feet. There we go. Set it down here. We're just going to do the, hang on, where's the Sword box? I'm going to use the box as an elevation platform for the camera. Here we go. Just slide it underneath, stick it on top. There we go. Bad news is the light doesn't reach, so I've got to move the light on top of the box as well, so it's like a little platform. So we need to fiddle around the arms a bit here. There we go. Fiddle around the arms. Split the blade in half. Fold down behind the robot. Fold this down, and then we're going to, before we attach the head, because we're going to get to the sounds for that bit, we are going to remove, hang on, can we move the camera down a bit so you can see it? There we go. We're going to remove this arm here. And there's no like sounds for when you remove the arm. There's no like triggers or buttons or anything, because I think Decorator Robo is allowed you to do that or something. And now here's the bit I don't understand. Look, on the back there's two little pegs. And I don't know, I can't remember which... Oh, is it? Oh, there we go. Oh, actually, never mind. So you stick the arm onto this peg here, so it now is concealed behind. You've got a place to store it. Doesn't get there for spare parts like that. Looking at you, a Lionfire Megazord, using half the Ball Rider Megazord and not allowing for storage for the rest of it. You take the majority of the Leon Gatling and then attach it as a replacement arm, so now you've got this massive hulking arm. And you take the rest of it, and then there's a little peg hole on top, so you've got to stick that on right there. So we're not going to do the head just yet, because we need to get to the sounds for that. So I'm just going to do a review of the combination like this as it is. What do I think of it? It looks like they've kind of added some armor onto it and replaced the arm. I do like the fact they're bringing back the arm replacement idea, although it's massive. It's like a massive arm. Luckily though, it doesn't make the whole thing top heavy, which I do like. It's not falling over, although yeah, that happens. It's not falling over, which I like. It is massive though. Actually, I was going to say that when the when the Leon Buster 50 did, I think, get revealed as part of like an early, I think it might have been Televicon promotional image. I think it was back in January, I think it might have been. I remember thinking that the Leon Buster 50, like the head looks like, I remember thinking it looks a bit like the Tategami Lyo from Go Busters, and considering that this is an anniversary series, I don't think that's a coincidence. I think they've done that on purpose. Which, no, big shocker, it's Super Sentai, they like doing that. So yeah, it just looks like they've added some armor onto it. If this is meant to be a crown, I like that because it looks all fancy. I don't get this on the end though. I think initially, before I figured out that you have to put it down, I just left it like this and looked fine. But no, you've got to put it down like that. So, alright. It's supposed to make it symmetrical, so this is gold on one side, gold on the other side. They've got a thing about that. The spinning gimmick still works, of course. In this mode, you can still push in the trigger and the barrel still spins. Okay, so now we're going to get to the sounds. This makes in Robo mode. So we're going to open the face. We're going to turn the Sword back on. Sword Blue. This is the first combination sound. The stomping noises are the same. And I think the slashing noise is the same if you can find the handle trigger. The finisher will be different though. Oh, it's moving about. Leon Gatling Burst. So, yeah, I think the sounds are pretty solid. Obviously the combination just looks like it's just like... It just looks as if he's got a swollen arm. It just looks blue and it kind of looks wrong, but I suppose it's one of those combinations you just think you'll cozy up to after you've spent enough time looking at it. Yeah. Alright, so that's it for this video, I guess. So I guess I should introduce the next one. Just gonna hang on, take that off there, and then stick it back on there. So I guess I'd better introduce the next video, which isn't about this guy because he appeared one video ago. So now we can remove this whole setup here. Take away the Tegasword elevation. I am seriously using this as like a way to elevate the camera. It's a box, it's just an empty box, there's nothing to it, but whatever works, I guess. So what's the next video going to be about? The next TNS video will be about Tyranno Hammer 50, which is the next weapon. So yeah, if you want to see this, make sure you, I don't know when the next TNS, I don't even know when this TNS video will come out. I have to look at the schedule dates on the computer in order to know, but yeah, I don't know when this will come out. So whenever this comes out, make sure to watch if you want to see loads of translucent yellow plastic, I guess.